Do you see it? I had a photograph taken about 22 years ago over there. It was at the Kimberly Crest Mansion in Redlands over there, do you see? Back in those days, depending on what town you were in, you could get the cops called on you for getting out of your car dressed like that. It wouldn't take long, but I had a few times over here in this town. But other towns were worse, some towns worse than others. The smaller the town got, the more likely is that the police would show up within 15 minutes that you got out of the car. And sometimes they would come several at a time. I think the most that showed up at once were 6 of them. I guess it was a slow night. And for the most part, people were polite all the time. They were polite, but every once in a while, if you heard somebody say something, it was sarcastic for the most part. If they were driving their cars, it would be a sarcastic sound that came from their car. Sometimes they would say, "Does it put the lotion on the skin?" But that started in the 90s. I started dressing like this well, it depends how I define dressing like this, but it was in the 80s that I would go out in public. The 90s, really out in public, but also in the 70s is when I started trying to do it. Do you see over there, my friend? This was a picture I took, I think about 2002. A series of photos I needed somebody to help me take. We're doing those with the Polaroids, and I needed the pictures for a Dr. Osterhout in San Francisco, who used to do facial feminization surgery, but it was cost prohibitive. And after I visited him, I just never thought about it again for a long time. I actually did think about it. I thought about going to a different country where it was cheaper, but I had heard far too many horror stories about people going over there to like Thailand and stuff. They didn't, if you had bad results, you might not recover from it over there. So at any rate, that's what this picture is about over there.